Hello, my name's John, filmmaker and mildly experienced walker, and in the summer of 2022, I decided to go on another adventure. I wanted to walk a 150-mile route around the magnificent county of Oxfordshire. There'll be highs.
Here we are at the Thames.
And lows.
That's not good at all. That is really not good.
And lots of walking. Please enjoy this episode of the series I've so inventively called Walking Oxfordshire. By now my walk around Oxfordshire, I'd already completed a record distance day from Reading to Didcot and was halfway through the next leg to Faringdon. I've also shown you a little trip I did to the Uppington White Horse a few months later.
That's the Uppington White Horse there. Quite interesting, isn't it?
Meanwhile, back on the major part of the series, I was currently in Wantage ready to begin walking to the travel lodge in Faringdon. I had around 9 miles to go, and with the weather getting hotter, the day was only getting harder, but more on that later. For now, I was leaving Wantage.
And we are going to continue walking up the A417 to Faringdon. There's no time to waste. Let's get up there right now. It does mean the road's really quiet right now. I mean, okay, there's a few cars coming right now, but a few minutes ago it was so quiet. So hopefully that'll be a sign of things to come in the walk towards Faringdon.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. At least for now. The A417 had a footpath, but that wouldn't last forever.
By the looks of things, this is where the footpath runs out. Hazard a guess, it won't carry on for another couple of miles. Well, what else can we do? Check the time it'll take to get to the travel lodge, at least halfway. So yeah, I mean I'm over halfway down, so from the Premier Inn. So that's a warm-up upside. So now it's just how much further can I go without taking a break, you know? I don't know. It might be 100 metres, might be to the next village, who knows?
As it turned out, I took a break less than a mile later.
I told you I'd let you know when I took a break, and now is it. I'm probably going to get some sun cream on my arm because the sun is really bad right now. And this is probably going to be the start of where the day gets a lot harder as well. Almost halfway from Wantage to the travel lodge. That's great news. It's getting a lot harder with the sun. I know it sounds like a broken record right now, but with the sun it's hard to keep going. Well, there is a footpath luckily through this village, but it's in the sun. That's the problem.
The village in question was called Stanford in the Vale. After stopping at the pub, I ordered a pint of beer-flavoured water, in other words Carlsberg, and it cost me nearly £5. Unbelievable. But in this heat, I needed all the refreshment I could get. I had 4 bottles of water with me during every leg on this trip, but by this point, on this day, I was well into my 3rd bottle. It was a good thing I had as much as this, as if I didn't, I'd have certainly looked into the possibility of getting a bus to Faringdon. Upon leaving the pub, I still had 3 miles to go. The heat was only getting worse, and I was worried about the footpath.
It's currently about 4 o'clock, and I've got about an hour and 6 minutes to the Travelodge according to Google Maps. And there's a footpath along here which I don't see where it goes, so I really want this footpath. Well, for one, to go to the other side of the road, two, to end at the A420. I don't think it will, but one can dream. Just applied my 3rd coat of sun cream. The sun, you don't think it affects you this much, but it does. It really does.
I was worrying too much about the heat that I forgot about the second biggest problem I had. Remember what I said when I was taking a break before Wantage in the last episode?
It's not easy on my feet. Not easy on my feet right now. I think I might have a blister as well.
Well, in an attempt to get to Faringdon faster, that blister made me remember it was there.
I think I just popped a blister in my foot. That's not good. Not good at all. That is really not good. It turned out I hadn't popped it, but I must have nicked it or something, because I was in real pain then for a second. Yeah, oh my god. I really think though, this is not even day 2 completed, and I'm already feeling like this, so how am I going to feel by the time I get to Banbury?
As much as this worried me, I had to worry about the future legs when I got to them, because right now I had to work through the searing pain on my foot to get to this hotel.
Very interesting seeing a sign for Bristol on that roundabout. Anyway, yeah, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the Premier Inn now. Travelodge even. Nearly at the Travelodge. This is not what I wanted at the end of the day, but I know that there's a bit of a maze of footpaths and the like, so once I know there's a footpath to the Travelodge, I'm fine, but it's just finding the right one to take, you know?
Well, turns out I was very wrong about there being an easier footpath to the Travelodge. I needed to walk through a sports and leisure park, a grassy hill, a wildlife area, a residential street, a junction, and only then did I make it.
That was, without question, one of the hardest walks I've ever done. The only one that could probably top it was the Avebury Hungerford one, because it just went on, and it was so hot. But yeah, time to put the footage on the laptop, and have a shower, because I need one right now, and then maybe watch the Eurovision final.
I think me talking about the Eurovision final is really telling of when I filmed this series. After a late evening because of that, I was up at a slightly later hour to begin day 3 of the walk, but I had to start off with a couple of rants. Okay, so Eurovision did happen last night, and it was, for lack of a better word, bollocks. I don't want this series to devolve into my review/rant of Eurovision 2022, so I'll move on to my other rants. Okay, this room is pretty good, but there's one little problem I have with it, and it's these switches here. Obviously these are the light switches. Okay, let's say try and switch this one off. Okay, let's try and switch this one off. Trouble is, if you do it like that, you'll switch that one on. And then you've got to do, oh, that one's on again. Oh no, that one's now on. Oh, that one's now on again. The switches are too close together. Other than that, this is a great room. That aside, the Faringdon Travelodge was excellent. Easily the best of the 4 Travelodges I'd stay at in this series. Now on to the matter at hand. Day 3, where enthusiasm levels are through the roof, as you can tell. Well, for one, the blister on my left foot's gone down quite a bit. It was really bad last night. Well, I didn't get a lot of footage, well, any footage after I got to the hotel last night, because it was just hurting so much. I tried to go down to the hotel bar, and it was a struggle to even do that. I mean, it's gone down now, though,
and I said it yesterday, but today is another shorter day by comparison.
Fortunately for me, I was right about this. After I cut out another diversion which I planned to complete that day, but I will do later on in the series instead, that left today being a 12-mile jaunt from Faringdon, north to Radcliffe, or across the Thames, slightly inwards towards Carterton, and then out again to Burford, where I'll be staying at another Travelodge. Simple enough, but there would be one problem.
The weather today. Apparently it's going to be raining at points, so I'm going to be prepared for that. Hopefully it's not going to be as sunny as it was yesterday. The time's currently 8:45. I've literally no idea what today's going to be like because of what happened yesterday. Right now, weather's looking alright. Like I said, weather's looking alright. If it rains, I'd say that's better than it being sunny right now. So the immediate plan, follow this main road up here and end up at a road that hopefully says Radcliffe or Burford. So yeah, we'll see where we go from here.
The first challenge of the day was a weird one. I was craving orange juice. Honestly, I have no idea why. To find one, firstly, I looked in a petrol station. Yeah. So then I went to Tesco, without realising what day of the week it was.
I've just had a horrible realisation. It's Sunday, and the shops don't open till 10. I saw the sign that said 7 o'clock. Open. I was like, okay, why isn't it open? Oh, it's Sunday.
So I ended up at an off-licence in Faringdon Town Centre, where finally I ended up with a tiny little fruit shoot, but by God, I was going to enjoy it.
Don't know why. Like, I woke up this morning, I was like, I really want some orange juice. I never usually want orange juice, but just, I don't know, not possibly I don't have enough fruit in me right now. But yeah, I just need orange juice. So yeah, I'll enjoy this and I'll see where I can go from here.
Where I was at this moment was the old town hall of Faringdon. It'd be unfair to give judgment on the town if you only passed through it early on a Sunday morning, so I won't, but it did look nice. One thing I would like to note about the place was that it was once the westernmost town in Berkshire, a title later held by Hungerford. I feel now is as good a time as any to explain that Oxfordshire is divided into 5 districts. The central city of Oxford, West Oxfordshire, Cherwell, South Oxfordshire, and the one I was currently in, the Vale of White Horse. The previous day of walking was entirely within said district, and it was until as recently as 1974 the northwesternmost point of Berkshire. That means that Wantage and Faringdon, as well as many other places, were all part of my home county until then. This also meant the Uffington White Horse from last time, which was historically in Berkshire, was now in Oxfordshire, and that led to some confusing situations as to whether it's still associated with Berkshire. But for the purposes of this series, it is 100% in Oxfordshire. I wouldn't be spending much more time in the White Horse district though, as I shortly approached a road which leads towards the River Thames in West Oxfordshire, and I expected the view to be quite good.
The reason why I stopped filming here at the sign for where I want to go is I see potential for there being a great view around the turning, so I'm going to just make the turning now, and oh yeah, that is a good view. Right, I've made a few investments for this series. One of them's a rain cover for my bag, because that's what I didn't have last time. You can tell the reason why I put that on, because I felt a little bit of rain, just a little. I'll see how it goes.
That rain cover was an amazing purchase. I know my bag had proven it could withstand the rain when I was on the A4, but this cover put me at so much ease when I thought of my laptop, chargers and hard drive all in there. As you'll soon see, I'd really need it later that day, but for now, I closed in on the Thames.
Potentially seconds away from crossing the Thames, but the trouble is the road is just too narrow right now. So I'm just going to wait for these cars to go, and then I'll try and cross. It's a pretty big landmark though, the Thames, isn't it? Yeah, we are at the Thames. I think this is actually the last time we'll cross it before the very end of the walk, I think. Something doesn't feel right about that, but I think this is the last time. So yeah, this is a very big landmark of River Thames, I think. And yeah, onwards and upwards.
After crossing the river, I was officially in West Oxfordshire. Sadly, there weren't too many landmarks beyond here throughout the day, so all I could do was push as far as I could through the village of Clanfield before the rain became too much.
Resisting the urge to take a break quite badly. There's nowhere to rest. If you look at the sides of the road, there's just nowhere to put my bag or anything. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. First sign for both Carterton and Burford. It's weird that I'm carrying straight on while the road to Whitney, the main road, goes right. I would have gone right if I had more time, but I don't. Or more time and energy, which I have neither of them. So I've got to carry on to Carterton and Burford. About a third of the way done, I figured out. Hopefully not too much longer. This is a very long stretch of road, if you hadn't imagined. It's so long. I'm seeing cars that are coming towards me about 20 seconds before they actually pass me. It's quite ridiculous how long this road is. There's a car coming towards me now. It's going to be about 20 seconds before it comes past me. But it's mind over matter how to cope with a road like this. I've got used to it, just used to following the road, because I know at the end of it, it will lead somewhere.
On this road, the rain officially became horrible.
It's raining. It's raining quite heavy. This is the heaviest it's been today. I hope it's not long. I could put my camera under my jacket again. And yeah, it's really raining. To be fair, I would rather it be raining than it be sunny again. I'm still an hour away from Carterton at least. Thought it'd be a bit closer after being on that road for that long. This tree is not providing much cover. It's raining a little bit though. Well, I'm still here. So I'm just waiting for the rain to stop. That's all I'm waiting for. I don't know how long it'll be. I'm happy to wait for half an hour, I think, because I'm not going to get to the Travelodge late anyway. Well, the rain has sadly won. I'm getting a bit tired of being sat there, so yeah, I'll remember to go out in it. Been rained in under a bus shelter this time, which is a way better choice than under a tree. Currently in this little village. I didn't get its name, sadly, but I'm in another village.
The village was called Alverscott. At least I hope that's how it's pronounced. But what I do know for sure is that it's about halfway from Clanfield to Carterton. The thought of being halfway to a relatively sizable town to escape from the rain for a whole hour was enough to keep me going.
Yes, we made it to Carterton. Oh, I thought I'd never make it. So yeah, I'm going to stop off for a bit in the pub, as always. It's going to be expensive, but I don't mind. I don't mind.
Carterton is not the most desirable place in Oxfordshire. I don't want to put down anyone who lives there, but trust me, there are far better places to rest than this one. However, beggars can't be choosers, so I had a drink at the Golden Eagle. Fortunately, the rain had largely calmed down after I had a drink there, so I quickly got up and made good pace out of the town.
I just left the pub about an hour and a half to Burford apparently. It means I should be there about 4:30, hopefully. I say hopefully a lot. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. Alright, we've done the hardest part of the day, just the easy part now. Hopefully.
Luckily for me, I was heading in the direction of a place that's almost the complete polar opposite of Carterton, swapping the flat and uninspired ground there for the hilly, Cotswoldy, and quite frankly beautiful town of Burford. However, to see what lay in store for me there, you'll have to tune in next time.